what is it we say? It wasn't maybe a pretty baby, but it was our baby. So, way too many turnovers. Clemson, give them a lot of credit. I mean, they're super athletic and they're flying around and they're switching up their D, switching up their press. But I thought, our kids hung in there and with being a little bit shorthanded and all. To be honest, I'm just glad to get the heck out of here with a W, and hopefully we'll get some people healthy during this break, and we got to clean some stuff up. Way too many turnovers, which led to points off turnovers for them, and we got to clean that up. Offensively, at times, we settle for shots maybe instead of maybe taking an extra pass or two, but overall, I'm proud of this team to be 12-1 right now and to be through the adversity they've been through, to play the schedule they've played. Really proud of them. Heck of a job.
Do you have questions for Coach?
You mentioned it as you were coming in, but how important was Mimi's ability to just hit shots in that first quarter to kind of keep you in it?
I mean, again, now I wasn't real happy. We gave up 28 points in the first quarter. And, I just told them, they're on a pace to score almost 120 points here, We're not going to win like that. And sure enough, they scored 28 in the first quarter. They scored 31 the rest of the game. So, especially I thought maybe the second quarter and the fourth quarter, I thought our defensive intensity really picked up. For whatever reason, we've been having a little lapse in the first and third quarters. We got to figure that out. We got to be able to put 40 minutes together. But, yeah, I thought Mimi really, the first half kept us in the game, hit some big shots. She had 3 assists, 0 turnovers, almost had a double-double. Wish she could have got one more rebound to do that. But I thought she came up big for us. And then obviously Madison, had a big game as well. Madison's somebody that can guard people that are, a lot of times best scorer, and she can rebound and shoot the three now. She's really improved her three-point shooting. So she's really made herself an all-around player, and we needed it tonight. She stepped up.
Coach, Clemson came out in that press defense. Is that something that you were expecting to see?
They didn't look like it, did it? But, yeah, we were expecting it. The thing is, we had 8 turnovers in the first quarter. We had 1 in the second quarter. And then I don't know what happened. We blew it all to pieces again in the second half. So we'll look at it. Again, no excuses. Diamond probably would have helped a little bit, to have her out there because she can go by people. Again, we kind of did it by committee, and we got to get better at it. So that's on me. But, we still scored 77 points. And if we do that and defend, we ought to be in pretty good shape.
Do you anticipate seeing more pressure as the season
I'm sure we will. I haven't looked at them yet, but one of my assistants says Duke is pressing about the whole time. And after seeing this game, I'm sure they will probably now definitely press the whole time. That's our first game back after Christmas. So we'll have, 3 days of practice when we come back to hopefully, like I said, look at the film and try to figure it out. But there was times tonight, we're real big on, if it's a zone press, you have to draw that second defender. And there was times tonight we didn't have anybody that really wanted to beat somebody one-on-one. When they had a defender on them, they wanted to get rid of it. And you can't do that. If you're a guard, you got to be able to beat one person, especially in the full court, open court. So we'll look at it and learn from it and, get better.
Coach, what does a win like this without 2 of your starters against a scrappy Clemson team, ACC opener, what do you think a win like this can do for your team?
Well, I don't know. For me, in general, it sure as heck helps me have a little bit better holidays. Otherwise, it'd have been ball humbug. Okay, so I was scared to death. Clemson's won their last 5 games by an average of 32 points. They were 8-3, and all 3 losses were against Power 5s. So I knew it was going to be a dogfight, especially with Diamond and Jada both out. But other people stepped up, and it's just you have that experience. Jada's been here 4 years and kind of knows what we're doing, and Diamond's on her 2nd year. So it'd have been good to have the full lineup. But again, people stepped up. Mimi stepped up big time at Georgia. Mimi stepped up tonight. in filling in for Jada, and I thought Sanaya, got better as the game went on. Really tried to challenge her defensively. She ought to be able to guard anybody, and there's times maybe she tonight relaxed a little, and then fourth quarter I thought we got her attention and she did an unbelievable job. So we got to have that. Like I said, we got to put 40 minutes together. We can't turn it off and turn it on. We got to be consistent. In this league, we got 4 teams in the top 10 right now in the country, and that's not even counting a Louisville team that is always in the hunt too. So we better grow up in a hurry.
You mentioned Rivers, sir. She almost had a double-double as well. And, it seemed like as you also mentioned, towards the later in the game, seemed like she almost had a more resolve. She had more of a determination. Yeah. She was taking it hard to the rack and in the press. Yeah. Is the maturation kind of growing before your eyes, you think?
Lord, I hope so. I don't know. You tell me. I hope so. But yeah, I thought she really stepped up. Fourth quarter, there was one time where she helped in the gap and then still had the urgency to close out and smack a shot out of bounds. That's what we need from her. That's what she's capable of being and doing. And, it's just a matter of staying focused, staying on edge, and never relaxing. You can't relax in this league. So we'll get there. I'm glad she's here. Don't get me wrong.
NC State has 2 games left with tickets available. One of them is less than 100 seats remaining. You had a good crowd tonight. They were loud. If you were just speaking to the fans for the holiday season, what would you?
Oh yeah, I thought tonight they made a big difference. Again, this game's on the road. I don't know which way it would have gone when it was there. Going back and forth late in the third quarter or whatever. But I thought the crowd made a big difference. I think it gave us energy and probably makes it hard on the other team. I know they used a lot of timeouts down the stretch, and I think a lot of that has to do with our fans. And like I said, I thought our defense got a lot better, and I think maybe they gave us some energy out there. So, yeah, that's one thing awesome, about NC State fans and being in Reynolds. And it's a great atmosphere, and it's a tough place to come into, and so we definitely needed that advantage today with only 8 players. The last few games we've had 8 players. I don't know if I've ever coached a team with 8 players, so it's been a different experience. But again, yes, happy holidays to all Wolfpack fans, and thank you.
The 11-day break, is this coming at a much needed time?
Oh, no doubt. With 2 players out injured and us having to, play people a lot of minutes and all, this comes at a great time. I'm big on giving them a big break at Christmas. So, we're going to be off 7 days. The bad part is we got to come back Christmas night, and then that'll give us 3 days to prepare, which is what we normally do when we come back from the break. I think it comes back, they have a little extra pep in the step. They're excited about playing, and just, getting away from me 7 days probably doesn't hurt any either. So, I think it'll be great, and I'm looking forward to coming back and, again, we got to keep getting better every day, every game, every week until March. And, excited about coming back and starting that process.
You said you guys are doing it by committee with Diamond out in terms of ball handling. Do you think some of her teammates are kind of appreciating the fact that point guard's first order of business is not turning the ball over?
Yeah, I think you're right. Probably some of those kids that normally just play the wing and get to just hop around out there and come off picks, they're probably right now appreciating what they go through. So, Nia was still the main focus. We wanted to bring the ball up, and she had a few turnovers, but she played 34 minutes. Ooh, is that right? Yeah, 34 minutes. Yeah, 34 minutes, and handled the ball about every possession. So again, I thought she stepped up, and then that's where the other people had to come in when they double teamed her. We had to have some other people step up, and again, way too many turnovers, but we'll clean it up, I hope.